done the main part of the floor installation, we need to put a piece of plywood on top so we can actually just walk on it freely without damaging the installation itself. And for the time being, we're going to try to reuse the original plywood floor that came with the van. Let's see how we get on. Now, I haven't seen people reuse this plywood, and I don't know why. So today we're going to wear it. Before we wear it, we're just removing this felt. There you go.
18.8.
Not bad.
Right, so that piece is 18.8. Now for the bigger piece.
This one will be a little bit harder to weigh.
29.
29.
Off.
Oh. Okay. So it's around about 50 kilos, yeah?
According to our calculations, 9mm ply for this sort of surface area is about 50 kilos. Just I think
so this is standard ply, also it has holes. So you might be wondering why we're reusing our van floor instead of buying new ply. A huge factor of which floor we were going to use was the weight. So this is a 9mm ply board, and for the whole surface area of the floor that will be about 50 kilos. The lightweight ply didn't seem to be that much more lightweight, and also although it was lightweight, it very rarely came in sort of thin sheets to match this one, which means that it might be lighter in terms of density, but you need to have a thicker board for it to provide the strength that you need. So we saw lightweight ply that was 18mm and no thinner. Also, if you use 18mm ply, that also does take a little bit of your height. What we've got here is that circular sander, and also I've got my goggles and a buff because I don't have a dust mask to just put around my nose so I don't get too filled with dust. Alright, let's get sanding. Oh, and let's go blind because the glasses in this don't mix.
Safety first, huh?
Alright, so now the floor has been sanded, we need to protect it a little bit from the weather. It's just best to put some sort of varnish just to be safe. Now, my big question is, do we use the mini brush or the giant brush? I think I'm gonna try the giant one. So the wood staining we have here is used for treating decks, so it's absolutely fine for external use, so it definitely will be absolutely fine for just treating the wood that's gonna be in the van. The color does not matter because it's going to be covered, and now I've been stirring this for a while now because obviously it's lumpy when it comes. Voila! My masterpiece. Must be one of my best ones, huh? Okay, so let's leave this to dry and then go put it in the van. Alright, so after that very, very dusty experience, we're finally back in the van. The floor is dry and we're about to put it in. But before we do, we need to mark where the wooden battens are. So what we have here is, don't kick me, it's a lot of washi tapes, and I just dropped a few, and that's very anticlimactic. Alright, so pick a color, pick a color. Which color will be best? I was thinking either the red, or I kind of like this one as well. But then this is quite similar to the silver.
I'd say red.
But that's boring. You see, there's this magenta color.
Fine, we'll go with the magenta.
But then it's so nice. What if we do something else? No, let's go with the red. I don't like the red.
So there's the centre of the beam.
Yeah.
So we want it in the centre, straight, and we'll just
shoot a line up.
That way we know where the beams are, where these wooden beams are, when we put the floor in.
This brown color per se, but it's okay for now. It's going to be covered anyway.
Yeah, this is not going to be the visible color. We're going to lay some vinyl or something over the top.
This is just varnish, just to weather protect it from all the condensation and the weather changes up until, you know, we actually put some heating in here.
Righto, so the plan is to use masking tape to draw out where the beams are underneath this floor. We put red tape to mark the center of the beams that run horizontally across our van. So we're going to put masking tape to run from red line to red line on the other side, so we can see where the horizontals are, and then the verticals, luckily, are mostly in a straight line going forward to backwards.
Marked where the beams are, hopefully exactly where, or at least approximately. We are not going to fill those original holes right now. We're going to wait until we know where our holes are coming, so our water tanks or our gas outlets, things like that, in case we can actually reuse these holes before we cover them as well. Also, we're going to be extending the floor outwards, but first we need to structurally consult somebody who knows about these sort of things. The living room is going to stretch as far outwards as it can, and the couch is going to come up here as well. So yeah, so the floor has to continue here, and we also need to insulate this patch as well. And the floor is going to extend back here into this about 17 to 20 centimeter gap at the back here as well. We would also love your recommendation as to how to kind of finish off the floor. We kind of like the idea of putting vinyl across the whole thing, you know, once all the sections are built, all the holes that are covered, that need to be covered, you know, stretch some vinyl so it's actually done and dusted. At the end of the end, actually put some nice flooring only in the places that we're gonna be seeing. But please leave your recommendations down below because they are very, very helpful. Alright, see you next time. Hopefully in warm weather. I doubt it.